So what we're doing right now is we're picking berries, looking for narco berries in particular, and also the purplish berries, can't remember what they're called, as we are, mejoberry. We're on the tail end of training our second trike. And once we get our second trike, she's a female. Our first trike was a male, and then they'll be mate boosted, which boosts pretty much all their stats by like over 30%. I think it's like 33% or something like that, which is a pretty hefty boost. So it won't be too much longer now, and we should have our second trike. Our first Triceratops, as you can see, we named him Tonka, excuse me, and he was at level 6, I believe, when I first trained him. It took quite a while. Our new trike here, I'm going to name her Tanka, and she's only level 2, so she's not taking quite as long, though it's still, a fair amount of time to train these. Triceratops, along with turtles and a few others, like mejoberries, so I'm trying to keep her stocked with that, and then of course using the narco berries to keep her unconscious. One of the things that I did was that I started making narcotics, which is this item over here, and was using that to keep the animals knocked out or unconscious. But I realized after doing that for a while that it actually makes more sense just to use the narco berries themselves. The reason being is because one narco berry creates 8 points of torpor. It takes 5 narco berries to make a narcotic and rotten meat. One narcotic creates 40 points of torpor. So you're not getting any more from the narcotic than you are from just using the same amount of narco berries. The advantage, though, for this is threefold. You get pretty good XP, you need it for trank arrows, and it doesn't spoil. So if I was not in a location where I could easily gather narco berries, like out down on a beach maybe or somewhere like that, then having a good supply of this is going to make more sense. But as long as I'm in a place where I can easily gather these, there's no point in using the narcotic at all. So it won't be too much longer, and then we'll have Tanka trained up, and we'll have both a pair of trikes and a pair of turtles. Turtles are excellent for tanking. Their health is amazing. Margarita is my new turtle. Oh, it's time to train her up. So I'm basically just pumping health on her until I get it to probably at least around 1500. And my other turtle, Jose Cuervo, who was actually my first turtle, had him a little bit longer. Where's he at? Oh, he's over there. His health is already cranked up to 1500. And since I'm going to use him for a tank, I'm also pumping some of his melee damage. And I'll probably put some speed into him at some point too, but right now I want him to be just a little bit tougher. Notice that Jose has the little heart above his name, and then you also see that Margarita does. So they're mate boosted. All their stats are boosted by about 33% if I'm correct on that. So huge boost. Alright, not too much longer for Tanka. I might, probably better give her at least one more dose of narco. Whoops, wrong button. Oh, I'm thirsty. Alright, I'm going to eat a bunch of berries here. If you're out in the woods, not near a water source, berries are excellent for both food and drink. If you look over in the lower right hand corner, you'll see my water gauge going up quite a bit there. And of course, when you're gathering the narco berries and the major berries, you get a whole mess of the other types too. So just crank all those out, and then my water should go up quite a bit. So yeah, let's give her the rest of these narcos. I'll probably go gather some more anyway, because you can always use them. But I might not have to give her any more before she's tamed. She's very close. Alright, so let's go over here. Cuervo's following me. Okay. I'm just keeping them close by in case I get over encumbered. Or encumbered, I guess I should say. And it won't be long now, and we will have our second trike. Woohoo! There's a narco. You get just a ton of fiber doing this too, and if it's really low level, you can just craft a bunch of hats to gain some XP. I'm approaching 20, so doing hats right now is, I mean, it helps a little bit, but I don't know. It's almost not worth the hassle, I think. But I suppose it's better than throwing the fiber away. It's just that once you make them all, then you have a whole bunch of hats in your inventory, and they don't stack, and then you gotta dump them all out. I also spent some time doing some optimization on the game. I actually did several things last night. The first thing I did is update the BIOS on my motherboard. I have an Asus Maximus Hero 6 motherboard. It's about a year and a half old, I think. This computer I'm playing on, I built myself. And then I also bumped the clock up on my processor. I've got an i5 4670K I tried to get it up to 4.4 gigahertz, but Windows just didn't like it. It kept blue screening, even though that processor is supposed to easily be able to handle 4.4. But you know, they say they're different. Each one is a little different. So mine is really only happy at a max of 4.2. So I updated to 4.2, adjusted the voltage up a little bit according to a guide on Tom's Hardware, and then ran the stress test program from Intel. Gosh, I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, passed the stress test, had it on high and ran it through 10 passes. Everything was good. Updated graphics drivers. I'm running a GTX 770, so pretty decent card. Probably, you know, upper middle end card, I would say. It does pretty well. And then I did a little bit of reading about different things you can do in this game as it currently is to improve the performance. But most of the stuff that people were saying to do actually worked quite well in terms of performance, but just, I don't know, it didn't make the game look as well as I wanted it to. You know, it really kind of dumbed down the graphics and things like that. So I put everything back to, you know, just the normal default settings. And then I went in and, hey, we got a trike, woohoo! There she is. Hello, dear. All right, so first thing we're going to do is name her. So she's going to be Tonka and Tanka. And let's pull these back out and give her, just to make sure she has some berries in her inventory. All right, that's awesome. So I've read that, you know, 2 trikes and 2 turtles is actually a pretty decent team. You know, I mean, I wouldn't go and take on a T-Rex or anything with them, but you know, once I get these leveled up a little more, they're going to. Ooh, that's loud. I believe that's the music for morning or evening. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, once I get these guys leveled up a little bit, they'll be a pretty good team and do a pretty good job of protecting me. And the trikes in particular, when I hit level 20, I am. What am I? I'm at 17 right now and almost ready to go over to 18. So I can't actually ride these guys till I'm 20. So I'm really going to start working on getting. What did I do? Go into crouch mode. Oh, prone mode. Okay. Once I can ride these guys, you know, then I can ride them and harvest berries, and they can harvest like a whole bunch more berries and wood and stuff like that than I can myself. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, all right. So what I'm going to do is press the J key, and that tells all my dinos to follow me. And we're going to go back to our base now. Sorry, I should have had my torch on. It was probably too dark for you guys to see anything. I'm still a noob at this, so cut me some slack. Alright, so we're going to go back to our base and drop some stuff off, and then the next plan of action is to go hunting for smaller, smaller animals. Nothing too... Wherever are you stuck? Dude. Nothing too nasty, because I got to get hide and meat so I can build a saddle for my Plesiosaurus. His name's Pete. He's back at camp. And he'll be the first mount that I'll actually be able to ride. Okay, so Jose, are you going to follow me now? Quit getting stuck in trees, dude. Dinos getting stuck in trees in this game is a thing. It's actually useful. Yes, I know, I picked up the poop, but we'll save it for fertilizer later. As I was saying, getting stuck in trees, sucks when it, of course, is your own dinosaur. But on the other hand, if you want to go train something like a trike, and it's stuck in a tree, then you can easily knock it out. I know that's probably kind of cheap, but hey, I'll tell you one thing about this game, and this is a good thing in my opinion. This game is not easy, okay? And I'm playing it on single player, so that makes it even that much harder because I don't have a tribe, to help me with stuff or boost my XP. So I'm completely on my own here. And the game is very, very challenging and pretty tough, to get started. I mean, I must have died, I don't know, at least a dozen times, when I first started trying to figure things out. Hey, so here's another example of another stuck trike. See, so he's stuck in that trees, and I can sit here and just wonk on him, and he's not going to be able to do anything. I think I'm going to go ahead and take him out simply because, let's knock him out first. Then I can get his hide and meat. Oh, I forgot to change you. Ah, shoot, dock on it. Okay, I forgot to. Okay, that was close. I was afraid I was going to lose Margarita. I forgot to take her off of aggression. That was a new part on my part. All right, she's still alive. Whew. Okay, that was close. All right, cool. So now I'm really after hide more than anything else. So I'm going to use an axe. All right, there's good level up. So I can get hide. Cool. All right. Now the hotkey, let's see, for everybody to be passive is whistle all passive is semicolon. Right. Okay. And equals is attack my target. And I kind of want them. Actually, I think I'm going to keep them on passive for now. So what we're going to do is hit a semicolon. And that should set everybody to... Oh, these guys going to get stuck in the tree. No? No! Looks like they all came through. Very good. Good job, guys. Good job. Okay, so we were talking about getting stuck in trees. Now, again, the good thing about that is that, as you saw with that trike back there, you can knock them out easy, and therefore, train them easy. See, this guy's probably stuck too. The bad part is when you don't actually want them to, your own dinosaurs to get stuck, they sometimes will, and then it's a pain in the butt. Alright, let's do the same thing with him. Let's get him. Actually, you know what? Well, let's level up first. Okay, I got my health at 200. My melee's at a 120. I think what I want to do is start working on my speed. And I'll do engram points later. Okay. So, let's take our torch. Let's drop it. So we have a little bit of light. And let's see if we can take this. You know what? I probably better get a few more rocks. Okay. So, yeah, I think, tell you what, Tonka's level 10, so I'm going to, keep hitting the wrong button. I'm going to say, have him attack my target. And Cuervo... Where the hell is Cuervo at? Oh, he's back there. I'm going to also set Cuervo to attack my target. Did it again. And the other two should be on passive. Okay. So, sorry, Turtle, but I need your meat, dude. Oh, nice aim. Okay. Now these guys should take this guy out. Oh, he's a level 28. Yikes. Alright. Good job, guys. Yeah, he was kind of high level. I probably should have checked that, but it looks like Tonka's health went down a little bit, but not too bad. And where's Cuervo at? I can't get around these guys. Alright, well, let me get the meat off this guy before I lose it. Meat and the hide and all that. Okay. I don't know if... Yeah, Cuervo, his health is really good, but he's also, you know, he's got a crap ton of health too. Alright, cool. So everybody follow. And everybody on passive, semicolon. Okay, so I won't be attacking anything for now. Alright, we got... Oh, let's go get our torch. Tanka, did you get stuck? Let's see, is she stuck? Come on, guys. Yeah, she's stuck. Alright, see, so that's why getting stuck can be a pain in the ass, too. You know, what else? I can use the wood anyway. Sometimes they get stuck in trees behind them, too. So we'll take this tree out. Okay, now can you come, Tanka? There you go. Good girl. Alright, so, anyway, moving back to the base. Oh, there's some more poo. Pick that up. When I'm walking from one point to the next, I just keep spamming the E button. And, you know, you harvest berries and things as you go, too, so just maximizing your time. There, let's make sure the gang gets through all that stuff. Looks like they're doing fine. Okay, cool. So, I built a base kind of out on this peninsula. The good thing about it is it's extremely safe. The only dinosaur I've ever seen out here is a turtle, and in fact that turtle just happens to be Jose Cuervo. The downside to way out here is it's way out here. There's not a lot of resources nearby, excuse me. So it's kind of a pain to get to and from. So one of my soon-to-be tasks, or next goals, I guess I'm trying to say, is that I'm going to move my base to a more convenient location. Oh, that's like over-encumbered. That's alright. I wonder if they're going to get stuck trying to come through here. This is kind of a cool, like, natural bridge up here. One of the reasons I picked this place, too, is because when I very first started this game, you know, being a noob and not knowing anything, and I didn't really read up on it ahead of time, I started in the north, and that was a mistake. Really, really dangerous up in the north. And so, when I came down south, you know, I wanted a really, really good, secure location. Sometimes my game will freeze up like that. I don't know why it does that, but anyway. So yeah, I wanted a really safe location, but I kind of made this location a little too safe or too far out of the way. But, you know, it works for now. Alright. So there's Pete. Hey, dude. Let's get everybody in here. I want Cuervo close to the hut because he's got a lot of stuff I got to offload. Come on, man. A little closer. Okay, okay. Everybody's... Okay, that's the U key by default. That tells everybody to stay put. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to offload a bunch of stuff, do some inventory management, and after that we'll come back on camera if and when something exciting happens. Until then, this is an Old Guy Gaming, and we'll see you all soon.